Saudi Arabia is building a linear city with a transit system that has sparked major controversy in the engineering and infrastructure space. The futuristic technology to be used in this city has been considered too early for its time, and the country may be looking at one of the biggest megaproject failures of all time. Countries can sometimes go to crazy lengths to establish the most groundbreaking megaprojects, but from time to time, they can overstep and embarrass themselves badly. From a canal marred by doubt from the very beginning to a tower that was Dubai's attempt to have the newest, tallest building in the world, all the way to Saudi Arabia's 170-kilometer linear city. Here are the top impossible mega projects that are doomed to fail. Welcome back to Elite Projects. The Istanbul Canal, Turkey. Ever since it was announced back in April 2011, the Istanbul Canal is one of the most discussed topics in Turkey, even earning itself the tag Mega Project of the Century because of its alleged strategic importance and expected economic returns. The Istanbul Canal is an artificial waterway that is set to ease the movement of ships in the Bosporus Strait and is located between the Black Sea and the Sea of Marmara. It will cross the borders of the regions of Küçükçekmece, Avcılar, Başakşehir, and Anarche. The connection of the project will be provided to the Black Sea in the north and the Sea of Marmara in the south, and its construction was planned in phases to take about 5 years, with its utility estimated to be at least 100 years. Its unique design is such that it is approximately 45 kilometers long and contains 7 bridges, 2 railways, and 2 metro lines. The construction of the Istanbul Canal has been plagued with controversy from the very beginning, despite the Turkish president, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, insisting that it will bring an end to the long wait of over 43,000 ships that pass through the Bosporus annually and boost Turkey's economy tremendously. The various red flags around the mega project stand as signs that the canal is likely to fail, and they are hard to ignore. The major one is that the Istanbul Canal stands to bring massive ecological damage to Turkey, causing the country to be more susceptible to the dangers posed by earthquakes. This will definitely make it hard for Turkish banks to finance the project, and 6 of Turkey's top banks that are likely to come under political pressure to get involved have actually gone ahead and signed the Global Sustainability Pact to block any funding to the Istanbul Canal megaproject. Additionally, the Istanbul Canal, which is estimated at a cost of $15 billion, has been placed under sharp scrutiny together with other questionable private-public partnerships being used by the Turkey government to build new bridges, airports, and hospitals. This set of projects have been sidelined as a massive waste of resources, and it is highly likely that the Istanbul Canal may never see the light of day. Dubai Creek Tower, Dubai. Next up is one of Dubai's signature mega projects, which was initially planned to be the most groundbreaking skyscraper of all time. Dubai is already home to the current tallest skyscraper in the world, the Burj Khalifa, but Saudi Arabia has long coveted this honor and eventually launched plans to build the Jeddah Tower, intended to be 600 feet taller than the Burj Khalifa. Construction of this hyped-around skyscraper started in 2013, but barely 3 years later, Dubai started construction of yet another skyscraper, the Dubai Creek Tower, which was going to be taller than the Jeddah Tower by almost 300 meters. This skyscraper, located in Dubai Creek, was also set to be the tallest skyscraper of the future and is also part of the proposed Dubai Creek Harbor. Its construction was initially set to be completed in 2022, but it was halted in late 2020 due to undisclosed reasons. The Dubai Creek Tower was also going to be the tallest supported structure in the world, with its construction planned to take place in 3 phases. The design of the tower was inspired by the natural shape of a lily bud, with a striking resemblance to the image of a minaret, a slender tower, typically part of a mosque. It was also going to be laden with a balcony from which a muezzin calls Muslims to prayer, and its central column is shaped in the form of a slender stem, and a net of steel cable stays will anchor the reinforced concrete column to the ground to provide structural stability. Despite all the glamour associated with the Dubai Creek Tower, the chances of its completion are very dim. The construction of the tower has already been paused, and there are rumors that it will eventually be canceled altogether. Also, for a building that expensive, at an estimated cost of $1 billion, the Dubai Creek Tower has a very low utility and use case, and hence betrays value for money. The structure has only 20 floors comprising observation decks, restaurants, and a hotel, with the rest of the building being wasted space. This means that the rest of the tower is fodder for retaining the title of the tallest building in the world and creating another jaw-dropping tourist attraction for the city. The Dubai Creek Tower remains half complete to date, despite claims by different companies that construction will resume, and it is clear that it is yet another doomed white elephant megaproject. The Line, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is home to the next possible white elephant, the Line. This is a proposed smart linear city located in Neom, Tabuk, and it is currently under construction. The Line is part of the Saudi Arabia 2030 project, expected to create 380,000 jobs and add $48 billion to the country's GDP once completed. It will be the first development in the $500 billion megacity, Neom, and will be designed in such a way that there will be no cars, no streets, and no carbon emissions. The unique 170-kilometer, 100-mile pedestrian-friendly city has a metropolis layout, making it easy to offer all of the residents' daily needs within a 5-minute walk. This ambitious megaproject was launched by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in a live presentation on state television, and is also designed in layers with a nature-friendly, vehicle-free top layer for pedestrians only, and 2 subterranean levels for infrastructure and ultra-fast transportation. The main purpose of this linear city is to steer the economy away from crude, loosen social restrictions and boost investments in the country. It was also concluded to be the first project to be designed around people instead of roads in more than 150 years of major urban development. And it is expected to preserve 95% of nature within inside Neom. Cost estimates have varied since its construction began, with some estimates going as high as $1 trillion, and justification for these sky-high costs have been made on the grounds that it will create 380,000 jobs, spur economic diversification, and contribute 180 billion Saudi riyal, or $48 billion to the domestic GDP by 2030. Despite the flashy announcement of the line and the ambitious plans that have been set around it, the megaproject has one big indicator that it was dead on arrival, and it is definitely set to fail: technology. The line relies on technology that does not exist yet, and considering that the city is being built in the desert, the critics might just be right on this one. A good illustration of this eventual failure is the high-speed train expected to travel across the whole city in just 20 minutes. This has been criticized by many architects and engineers alike, not only because even existing high-speed trains are not half as fast, and this is unrealistic to achieve in the existing locomotive technology. Keeping the city straight would also require heavy regulation, since many cities tend to expand outward as they grow. This is the main reason why hub and spoke transit systems are common, because they make it easy for arms of transit to connect to one another without having to travel all the way back to a central transit station. The line bangs on a technology that deviates from this norm, and only time will validate the claim that is doomed to fail. Do you agree that these megaprojects have a good chance of not making it? Let us know in the comments section, and as you do, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and tap that bell icon so that you never miss any of our new videos. Dubai's artificial islands, Dubai. If you thought these megaprojects so far are most doomed to fail, then you will be amused by this next one, which is out of this world. Dubai had set to construct some of the world's largest artificial islands on its coast, famously known as the Palm Islands. These include Palm Jumeirah, Deira Island, and Palm Jebel Ali, all of which are located on the coast of Dubai in the United Arab Emirates and were expected to become major tourist destinations within Dubai. The first huge red flag with this project was in 2006, when the creation of these islands ended, with the process leaving some major impact on ocean sediments and wildlife in the area. The project was very grand when it started, even got acclimated as a star project of the urban development of the United Emirates. But barely 2 decades later, the islands remain incomplete and abandoned, and the sea is gradually reclaiming its space. Events leading up to the unfortunate pause of this ambitious project include the financial and real estate crisis of 2008, which hit the UAE economy and undermined the continuity of the project. Another big stumbling block that the project encountered was the pulling out of investors behind the project over the years and the lack of any worthy replacements, which put the funding into question and great doubt. But perhaps the last nail on the coffin was the big announcement by the UAE Marine Company, Penguin Marine, in 2010, warning that the archipelagos in this megaproject were sinking back into the sea due to the decreasing sand levels of the seabed. said. This had been a major part of establishing the islands, and resuming the project would mean literally starting from scratch and transporting truckloads of sand back to the islands, which could take years. Do you know any other projects that are impossible and doomed to fail? Let us know in the comment section below, and as you do, click on the next video and discover Neom, the new futuristic city that Saudi Arabia is building that will absolutely blow your mind. As always, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel.